Hello and welcome aboard WhalePod at long last to another episode of Pokemon Scarlet. I'm your Captain Whale, and before we get into things, I just want to address the scheduling changes that are going to be going on with Pokemon Scarlet going forward. Not just as Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet, I will be doing a few episodes showcasing some version differences between Scarlet and Violet, once Scarlet's content has run completely dry. Run to their conclusion, and just with all series going forward, I am eliminating the category of daily upload series like how Pokemon Scarlet has been up to this point, and like how Xenoblade Chronicles 3 was before going on hiatus to prepare for the last few unique monsters and super bosses, and instead will be shifting them to frequent uploads in order to have two frequently uploaded series going at any given time, and having them trade off days. So today, being a Sunday, will be a Pokemon Scarlet and Violet day, as well as will Tuesdays and Thursdays. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday will hereby belong to Mass Effect Legendary Edition. All of these frequent upload or regular upload series will have new episodes airing at 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time here in North America. That is, for better frame of reference, we are 1 hour behind the East Coast, a lot of places like New York City. So if you know how your time zone compares to a place like New York, you can just add 1 extra hour back or forward, depending on your relation to New York from there, to quickly find out when my videos are going to upload in your time zone. With that, I will say Mass Effect Legendary Edition, which is going to be the Monday, Wednesday, Friday Spotlight series, is a much higher rating than Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So if you do not watch or play M-rated games, well, I'm just gonna say that one's probably not for you. Now, we have been on a brief hiatus from Pokemon Scarlet before, as I was preparing something. What was I preparing? Well, you'll see a little later in the video, but for now, let's be good little nerds. Where do we want to go? Well, we have an outbreak of red question mark, or red exclamation marks, it would seem. We have people to visit everywhere. We have Nimona in the cafeteria, Penny in the school store, Salvatore in the biology lab, Hassel in the art room, Saharo in the home ec room, Time in the staff room, Arvin in the director's office, no one in the nurse's office. I'm so sad that we've reached the end of Nurse Miriam's arc. It's, although she does appear as an opponent in the tournament, and she is the quote-quote poison type expert of this game. Dendra is out in the schoolyard, and that's where we have to start from. Let's just go down the list here, and Nimona in the cafeteria. So you're good for a battle, right? Great, meet you at the schoolyard in a minute. Hold up, you're Nimona, right? Like the student council president, that Nimona? Yep, that's me. Yeah. Maybe some other time. Well, hola. Who was that? Oh, him? To know who he was. I was just munching my sandwich and I heard him bragging about his tough Pokemon. So I invited him to a battle. I wonder what Pokemon he's gonna use. Can't wait to see. Wait, I forgot to get his contact info. How are we supposed to plan when we'll face off? Oh well, I'll make sure we battle next time I run into him. Anyway, guess you came to get some grub, huh? Well, I'm not one to stand between someone and their meal. Catch you later. We've been very busy, nerds, but if you notice, there's one teacher who is nowhere present on the list of well, people to talk to. Nimona is shifted down to our next location as well. And that's because we have not taken any of their classes yet. Their classes are actually going to be the focus of today's episode. once we've gotten through all the red exclamation mark maintenance here. It bothers me. I know it bothers some of you as well. Hey, Nimona. Better stock up real good on Pokeballs while I'm here. Whale. Oh my gosh, listen to this. Remember that guy from the cafeteria? I ran into him again in the entrance hall, so I asked him to battle, but he said no. He was like, what's the point? You're a champion and a battle whiz. You'd wreck me. I don't get what he meant. I mean, you can have fun battling even if you lose, right? Yeah, you can. Winning's nice, though. Yeah, I guess so. Obviously, I'd rather win than lose, but I just think it's better to go into things with a losing can be fun too attitude. Well, as long as it's not on camera, Nimona. Man, Pokemon battles can get so complicated sometimes. Oh, and I wish he hadn't called me a whiz. I work hard at this stuff. It's not like it all just comes naturally to me. Like, throwing Pokeballs obviously doesn't come naturally to me for one thing. I think I need a mental reset. I'm gonna find someone to battle. See you soon, Whale. Hey, Penny. Hey, oh, hey, Whale. I'm checking in on Atticus. So keep your voice down, okay? Whisper, 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 whisper. Appreciate it. I must say, the Academy Emporium stocks some rather splendid wares. I admit my expectations were far lower than warranted. Wow, he really seems to have taken a shine to the school store. Doesn't seem like he'll notice us anytime soon, so I guess there's no point whispering. You know, of all my Team Star friends, it's Atticus I'm worried will have the most trouble fitting in. Greetings, my good shopkeep. I would very much like to acquire the limited edition ninja garments released today. I believe you have 5 sets in stock, yes? Ah, the ninja cosplay set? Yes. I'm sorry, dear, but someone bought the last 2 from us earlier. We're completely sold out. What? This cannot be! If I am unable to procure those garments, why, that will ruin everything. It appears I have no choice but to track down this rival patron of mine, and when I find them... I shall fix them with my piercing gaze and beg on bended knee for the ninja garments I so crave. What? Since when was Atticus this good looking? I know, pretty boy, right? Wait, no, focus. If he starts begging some kid for their ninja outfit, people will think he's a weirdo. We should stop him, right? Let's just see how this pans out. Seriously, but... Oh, Don Atticus, here you are. My young compadre. I must apologize. About the garments I promised you so that we might dress as ninja together. Oh yeah, I got us covered. I already bought 2 sets of that ninja cosplay stuff for us to wear. I beg your pardon. When I came here earlier, the shopkeeper lady was putting them out on the shelves. So I bought one for you and one for me. You know how popular these outfits are. I was super lucky to be able to snag them. Now come on, let's play ninja outside. Goodness me, what a happy turn of events. I shall retrieve my shuriken from my quarters so that we might enjoy some target practice. Ooh, awesome. I can also use my masterful stitchery to transform thy ninja garments into a sublime vision of poison. What say you? I'm good, thanks. Haha, the insolence of this one. I've missed voicing Atticus. He's like the polar opposite of the Iono voice for me. I love these hammy, dramatic Shakespearean characters. Phew. Looks like he was able to wrap up this little escapade without making a scene. But more importantly, Atticus has already made a friend at school. Kinda makes me feel bad that I thought I had to spy on him. Anyway, I guess I'll get going. Hasta la vista. Well, the boss does have to use the corny catchphrase after all. The biology lab is just Salvatore. Namona's back in our classroom now. We'll get to her again at the end, it seems, then. Salvatore, how you doing, my man? Yeah, the last of Salvatore's classes were honestly less interesting than the first half of his classes. Whereas the second half of his class, well, the first half of his classes actually taught you a few words in IRL languages. The last three, the second semester of his classes was just quote interpreting Pokemon language by displaying guess what emotion the Pikachu's trying to convey. Kinda boring, kinda lame, kind of a letdown. Oh, my dear whale. Thanks to your advice from before, Palmy as well. Just see for yourself. It seems very quiet. Yeah, it's feeling better, but this particular Palmy may just be a bit meek, I suppose. I had Nurse Miriam... oh, this is Jacques speaking. I had Nurse Miriam take a look as well, and she says there's nothing wrong with it health-wise. So it shouldn't have any any injuries, ailments, or the like. Even so, it never utters so much as a cry, which is odd. That part has even Mr. Jacques here stumped. Sorry that I couldn't be of any help. Netinikapa, don't worry about it. I know I just butchered those words there. Sorry, whoever speaks that language. Sounds and looks French, so, if I guessed wrong and it's a different language, I apologize, and whatever language that was, I apologize for butchering it. But if it's French, I extra apologize for butchering it, because I actually took 1 year of French in high school, even though I remember literally nothing of it. I have some more information now, thanks to the Academy's security cameras, though. It seems Palmy was attacked by a wild Pokemon, and fled here to the Academy grounds. Maybe it's still in a bit of shock from that experience and can't bring itself to speak yet. Yep, if that's the case, there's absolutely no problem with keeping quiet. Pas de problème. We can just attendre, wait, that is, until it feels like talking. That is all we can do, really. Even if you can speak all sorts of languages, there's no guarantee that you can understand what's going on in someone's heart. But have no fear, I won't give up, and no, I'll keep on trying until we've figured each other out. We feel trusted by Mr. Salvatore. And we went from one over-the-top hammy character to another over-the-top hammy character. I also guess that Jacques' conversations are not linked to taking his classes, but to Pokédex completion. And we're still about 55 entries off from the last threshold at 400. We now have Penny and Hassel here in the art room. I wonder which Team Star member is going to be strutting their stuff in here. We'll start with Penny and work our way back out of the room. Huh. How you doing, Whale? I've never been inside the art room before. It smells like paint in here, but in a good way. Penny, is there something you need to tell us? Okay, this is not the something up I was going at, but what brings you here? Well, I'm worried about this rumor that's going around. People are saying Team Star is planning to raid the art room or something. It's probably just rubbish made up by some kids who are still scared of Team Star, though. My friends would never do anything like that. And who'd want to raid the art room anyway? Knock knock, we're coming in. Gah, they actually showed up. Wow, this Staraptor is incredible. It looks just like it's about to attack with close combat. Hey, you with the art club or whatever? Yeah, I am. Don't tell me the rumor was for real. Are they actually gonna raid the art room? No, there's no way. They wouldn't. We should just keep watching. So, did you need anything? Yeah. I'm here to ask, you know, if you got any last words, punk? No way, this is a raid. This is literally a raid. Oh, knock it off, Melly. Being shy is one thing, but you can't go around threatening people to cover it up. Right, sorry, Ari, my bad. So about your club, the art club, I mean. I was wondering if I could join. Oh, you wanted to ask about club membership? Sheesh, you got me scared there. We're open to any students who want to join, but, yes, isn't that great, Melly? Hang on, Ari, this guy's still got something to say. Spit it out, then. I gotta earn my way in, or what? No, assist. I was hoping I could ask what prompted you to go for the art club, that's all. You're asking me why I want to join? Well, if I gotta explain. One of my pals made this outfit for me. These sick boots and everything. I'm big into flame patterns like this, so I want to try making something like it myself. So yeah, painting, that's what I want to do. I'm a total newbie at it, but I realized something when I saw that real simple looking fletchling painting on the wall there. I don't have to be some genius artist. I just want to make art that has its own charm, you know? The fletchling painting, I did that one. That one's yours? I thought it was like a finger painting by a kindergartner or something. Yeah, I get that all the time. Our president's paintings are real lovable because they're real simple. Everyone says so. Huh? You're the art club's president? I can already tell we'll have a lot of fun in the club together. Could you tell us your name? Your boots are awesome. Can I get a closer look? The name's Mela. And yeah, good eye. My boots are the best. Pal of mine who's a big arts and crafts nerd made them for me. So the raid thing was just a misunderstanding? Well, that's a relief, but wow. I didn't know that Melly wanted to join the art club. I can't wait to see what Melly paints. I bet it'll be something amazing, huh? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, Ari, how'd you know we were here? Wait, were you supposed to be hiding? I was wondering what was going on. You were just kind of hanging out in the open over here. But you don't need to worry anyway. Melly's been too nervous to notice you. Wow, so even Melly gets the jitters sometimes. Trying new things is scary for everyone. That's why I came with her for moral support. But you know, I think she'll be just fine. And she's not the only one doing something new. Carmen and I have started up a wrestling club. Melly will have a blast here, I'm sure. So I gotta keep up with her. I'll enjoy the time I have left at the academy as much as I can. Anyway, it was nice bumping into you both. Hasta la vista. Melly and Ari really are putting themselves out there, aren't they? I guess, I'll head off too. Hasta la vista. Right, Hassel. Why, if it isn't Whale. I have a question for you. Do you find my class difficult? It's just right for me. That is certainly good to hear. So, Whale, you chose to take on the gyms as part of your treasure hunt. That must mean you like Pokemon battles, is that correct? Yeah. One naturally becomes skilled at doing what they enjoy. That must be why you are so strong. Ah, do forgive me for springing such an odd question upon you so suddenly. I often find myself pondering the nature of strength these days. Anyway, thank you again for your input, Whale. We became slightly closer with Mr. Hassel. That was our first conversation with Hassel. Our third with Salvatore. Now for our first conversation with Saharo. Okay, what do you have to say, big prickly softy? Welcome to the home economics classroom. I consider this to be my very own castle of sorts. Master Whale from Class 1A. Rumors of your activities always seem to be bombarding me from all sides. My activities? Indeed, people from all over have been talking about how strong of a battler you are, and the amazing Pokémon you take along with you. You are quite the object of everyone's interest, although I imagine that may be a bother for you. The home economics classroom is something of a place of rest for the Academy students, you see. Here they delight in sharing the latest gossip and the like while enjoying a light snack. You come up quite often in those talks recently, Master Whale, so much that I find myself intrigued. If it's not a burden for you, I would very much enjoy having you come see me again sometime. We became slightly closer with Mr. Saharo. And he's now in the cafeteria, so he's our next stop. Hello, Master Whale of Class 1A. It has been some time since we last met. No, not recent. Not really. Are you here to eat as well? Yep, I'm starving. Ha, excellent. You shouldn't battle on an empty stomach. After all, it has been like 20 plus episodes since we last ate something. I myself am here to survey the student cafeteria, let's say. I am observing the nutritional content of the food that our students partake of on a regular basis. The one item on the menu here that I am particularly interested in is the peanut butter sandwich. It's sweet and quite delicious. Yes, perhaps I will order one right now. Oh look, it's Mr. Saharo. He's so fashionable and cool. I guess the teachers come to the cafeteria too, huh? Do you think you'll have an egg sandwich? No way, if he gets anything, it'll definitely be something spicy like the 5-alarm sandwich. Ah, he's so cool. He'll definitely get that wild and spicy 5-alarm sandwich. Could I have a 5-alarm sandwich? I do enjoy the thrill of spicy food. But, Mr. Sahara, what about... Ah, yes. You suggested I have a peanut butter sandwich, Master Whale. I suppose I shall have to try one if you insist. That was close. I almost forced myself to order something spicy. My least favorite of flavors. Thank you for restraining me, Master Whale. It seems that the students tend to view me as fashionable and cool. Or even, dare I say it, exuding a sort of brooding strength. I have a habit of acting in such a way so as not to destroy their image of me. I showed my true colors to you just now without thinking. Please keep this a secret between us. We became even closer with Mr. Saharo. Yeah, He definitely shocked me when I saw him for the first time as an opponent in the tournament. I don't think it was in the tournament we did on camera, but one of the ones I did just endlessly grinding for money off camera. Staff room has Salvatore, Saharo, and time in it now. Oh, and our mystery woman, who I know who she is, but haven't shown off on camera yet, so I'm not going to spoil it. Oh my, if it isn't Whale. Hello there. Do you perhaps have a question about class? Yes, I have a question. What were you having trouble with? Let's have a little review here, shall we? Actually, everything. This math was actually pretty easy because it's all like Pokemon battle damage calculation. But my worst subject IRL was always math, so, Flying type Pokemon are weak to rock type moves. When a rock type move hits a flying type move, what becomes of the move's damage? It's doubled? Yes, that's right. The correct answer is the move's damage is doubled. Yeah, that's basically what her class is like. Miss Time! Miss Time! Oh my, I see one of my more energetic students is here to see me. You have to wait your turn. Dear, there is only one of me after all. Miss Time, is it true that you were a gym leader? That is indeed true. I'm quite the strong battler, you know. Wow, that's so cool. Why'd you quit? So you want to know, do you? I might be persuaded to tell you if you wait your turn. Okay, I can wait my turn, I sure can. I'm sorry for cutting our conversation short, Whale, but I seem to be in high demand today. Feel free to come see me anytime if you have questions for me. We became slightly closer with Miss Time. That's one thing I will say about Miss Time, is she is a rock-type specialist. Likely she was a rock-type gym leader, and she likely uses rock types as a math teacher because, well, mathematicians and rock types tend to be a bit, well, square. Not just square as in the coolness sense, but square as in the shape and the, whole mathematical concept of squares and square roots and whatnot. Ah, Master Whale. There is something that I would very much like to ask for your help with. You need my help? Well, you see, I do not want anyone to overhear this, but I hear rumors of an incredibly sweet condiment that exists somewhere in the Paldea region. I absolutely must experience that ambrosial sweetness for myself. You are the only one who knows of my insatiable sweet tooth, thus I have no one else I can turn to for help in this matter. I cannot go looking for this condiment myself, lest I destroy the image the students have of me. I will repay you for your troubles, of course. Give us some thought if this piques your interest. In the meantime, I will gather what information I can about this incredibly sweet condiment. I will share what I find with you as soon as I have more detailed information. We feel trusted by Mr. Saharo. My dear Whale, Palmy here is as healthy as can be. Well, it seems being quiet is simply a part of this one's personality. What, does it have a quiet nature or something? But it's hard for a Pokemon to communicate with its fellows without speaking up. As you know, wild Pokemon use their cries to tell each other all sorts of things, like the location of food or whether there are predators nearby. So even if we were to release it back into the wild, I'm afraid that it may not be able to do those sorts of things. What do you think, Whale? Oh, where does Palmy belong? How about with you, Mr. Salvatore? Oh, I didn't expect to hear my name. So you think it should stay here with me? I was so focused on getting it back in good health, so it could return to the wild, that I didn't even consider that possibility. What do you think about that idea, my little palmy friend? Palmy, it spoke at last. Even without speaking Pokemon language myself, I know that reply means yes. Oh, my dear whale, merci so very much for all your help with Palmy. All the more reason you should have this here, a rare Pokemon for you to raise. We received a Meowth from Mr. Salvatore. Ah, I'm so happy. Yes, I, Salvatore, will take it upon myself to look after Palmy for good. I will indeed. We formed a close bond with Mr. Salvatore. And that, everyone, is a Galarian Meowth. The only Galarian Meowth in the game. It does have one of its standard abilities as opposed to the hidden ability. But if you do find yourself with an ability patch, you can change that to its hidden ability, which will make the Berserker part of a very busted Terra Raid strategy. Don't know how strong it still is, but at least in the opening few days of the game's life cycle, the 4 hidden ability Berserker strat was good for taking down almost any raid. And just don't pay any attention to that Toad Scroll for now. We'll talk about him later. Where do we want to go? I guess time is now in the entrance hall, so we're going there. I don't think we're going to get to what I was actually planning to do this episode. Hello, time. Make it quick, I don't have a lot of you. Oh my, if it isn't Whale. Please forgive me, this is an odd question. Were you perhaps watching me from afar just now? I just got here. Yes, I suppose you wouldn't have been doing something like that. I'm sorry. You see, oh, how should I put this? Recently, there have been times when I feel as if I'm being watched. Not by a Pokemon, mind you, but by a person. I thought it might be a ghost, so I tried asking my sister for help. She said it most likely isn't one. She's good with ghost-type Pokemon, you know. Perhaps one of my students is quietly watching me, waiting for a chance to ask me a question. Maybe. Goodness, if that wasn't an intense gaze I felt. If you notice someone with a sort of fire in their eyes, come tell me, won't you? If they are too shy to come ask me themselves, then I'll go to them. We became even closer with Miss Time. Time's now in the cafeteria, so it's time for more time with Time. Well, you scared me. Were you cooking something? Oh no, I'm not here for anything food related at all. I was just walking around the entrance hall and felt that intense gaze I told you about before. So I quickly ducked into the cafeteria here. Our cafeteria has only one entrance, so I thought I might be able to discover the identity of the person watching me if they followed me in here. Ah, someone's come just now. Huh, that's weird. I thought I saw her come in here. I guess I won't be able to ask my question today either. That girl. I feel like I've seen her several times before. She seems to be a student here, but I get the feeling that her question is not about her studies. Next time I see her, maybe I'll go start up a conversation myself. It could have been a little scary being here on my own. I'm glad you were here with me. We feel trusted by Miss Time. Saharo in the home ec room. I really feel it's the penny ones that have taken up the most time individually. Master Whale, about that matter which I need your help. I have discovered the name of the incredibly sweet condiment. It is called Sweet Herba Mystica, or the Sweet HM. If you should find it during the course of your treasure hunt, I would be grateful if you would share some with me. Ah, we need to find an Herba Mystica for him, do we? So that one's gonna have to be left alone for now. And we have another triple stack in the schoolyard right now. Hey, Arvin. For Herba Mystica, we have to be going on high star level raids. Well, boy, did you pick a great moment to stop on by. Take a good look at this. It's supposed to be a sample from my mom's research from back when she was a student. Yeah, that's what Director Clavel here told me. He's been helping me out. When Sato was a student at this academy, I was still a mere researcher myself. Among my peers, it was already being bandied about that an astoundingly gifted young woman was studying at Naranja Academy. So she really was amazing right from the start, huh? I guess I never really questioned it, but why is your office full of all this equipment? Oh, so you finally noticed, have you? This room was once your mother's research lab. It was? From what I've heard or recounted, she apparently would become so absorbed in her research that she hardly ever returned to her dorm room. She spent most nights sleeping here, in fact. I also find myself more at ease surrounded by such research equipment, so I took the liberty of adapting the room to serve as my office. I never knew. All these pieces of my mom's life, they were right in front of me this whole time. I spent so long trying not to think about her that I never even noticed, until now. Thanks for telling me about this, Director Clavel. And well, thanks for being here with me to learn about it too. Ah, Master Arvin. I also intended to explain about these trophies here. And he's already gone. Rather hard to pin down, isn't he? Off like a flash as soon as some new thought crosses his mind. My dear Sada, I think that son of yours takes after you a very great deal. Entrance hall time. Home ec room is a red herring. We do not have a Sweet Herba Mystica. I don't know if we ever will get one, so I don't know if we'll be able to see the end of Saharo's storyline. And I've also been told not to give it to him by, I believe Austin John Plays said, don't bother wasting your Sweet Herba Mystica on him. Where are you, Arvin? Well, there's a ghost over there. There he is. Yo, champ, coming to hit the books? Yeah, exactly. Seriously, you're already so good at everything else. Couldn't you just slack off a bit for me? Oh, you want to know why I'm here? Yeah, I'm still working on my own little treasure hunt, trying to find myself and all. While I was here in the entrance hall digging through my mom's research reports, I found this one on, this on one of the bookshelves. This book was so precious to my mom that she even kept a copy of it in the lighthouse lab. The Scarlet book, that's what it's called, right? This is my first time really reading the bits that aren't about the Herba Mystica. They're amazing. I mean, it all sounds super fake, but it's got all these cool pictures and it's real fun to read. Like, look at this entry here. While separated from the research team in the crater's depths, I found a strange entity. Whether it was a Pokemon or even alive at all, I know not. It bore with layers of overlapping hexagons and gleamed brighter still than gemstone. Viewed as a whole, I don't know what that word there is there. The letters are blocking it out. A mysterious, brilliant disc. The text on this page is all smudged and blurry in every copy of this book I've ever seen. Seems kind of suspicious, right? Of course, the whole book is full of unbelievable stories, the Herba Mystica being one of them. But they turned out to be real. And after everything we saw in Area Zero, well, makes it hard to say it's all nonsense, huh? In fact, I think it might have been this book that made my mom want to become a researcher. I bet she got so fixated with the ancient Pokemon she read about in here that it made her want to see one for herself. Wait, hold on. Isn't my mom's time machine the whole reason the ancient Pokemon ended up here in the first place? This book's from way before she made the time machine, but it mentions ancient Pokemon. Isn't that kind of weird? Oh well, I'm sure it's all just made up anyway. But my mom believed that nonsense and even managed to make it a reality. I guess she really was something. I'm gonna learn from her example and start giving it my all too. I've got something I gotta do now, but I'll see you around, little buddy. Oh yeah, Arvin, we do know about one instance of someone traveling back to the past in the Pokemon world, also known as Legends Arceus, so it's not too outside the realm of possibility. Yeah, Arvin, Nimona, and Penny are now back in their respective classrooms, meaning our first destination is the schoolyard. It will be the first conversation for both Dendra. No, just for Dendra. We've already done first of Hassel and 3 with time. Hassel, you are closest. Hello there, Whale. I try to visit the schoolyard from time to time. It's good to see young ones with so much energy and vigor. You think so? Oh yes, indeed. Just watching is enough to make even an old man like me feel more alive. Master Hassel, might I have a word? What are you doing here? I have told you many times not to bother me here at the academy. Yes, yet I am bound to come. Our family's future is of paramount importance. It was good speaking with you, Whale. Something important has come up, so I must excuse myself now. We became even closer with Mr. Hassel. Let us discuss this matter elsewhere. Come. I have a few choice words for those Dragon Tamer outfits, but I'm going to keep them to myself. Well, help me keep an eye out, would you? I've set up a little ambush here for that girl who keeps watching me. She'll be here any second. An ambush? Why? Well, you see, it's not very pleasant knowing she's just staring at me all the time. And now I know what she looks like after seeing her in the cafeteria. Ah. It's you, isn't it? You're the one who's been secretly watching me recently. Time? How did you know I guess you must have noticed me. I'm so sorry. Well, of course I noticed. You were watching me practically all day, every day, after all. I assume there's something you want to ask me. Yes, I do. I've been a huge fan of yours since your time as a gym leader, and I love rock-type moves so very much. Oh my. But you just suddenly retired from your post as a gym leader a year and a half ago. Why did you quit? My goodness, is that all you wanted to ask? Yes, your reason for retiring was never made public. But it's well known among the students here that you just avoid the question anytime it's asked. I thought it would be rude to ask you a question that you didn't want to answer, so I just couldn't find the courage to ask. So that's why your gaze felt so very intense? I see. Forgive me. So very intense. Ah, never mind that. As for the reason I quit my job as a gym leader, I simply wanted to focus more on my job as a teacher. It's not that I disliked being a gym leader or anything of that sort. Quite the contrary. Talking about the gym fills me with feelings of nostalgia and sadness. That's why I always avoid answering the question when students ask. Oh, I see. Do you have any plans of becoming a gym leader again? No, I'm afraid I don't plan to do so. My sister is doing a splendid job as gym leader in my stead. I personally find being a teacher most enjoyable these days. But since I am, in fact, your teacher, I would appreciate if you would call me Miss Time, as students do and not just Time. Okay, I'm sad to hear that, but I understand. Thank you so much, Miss Time. Well, I suppose that solves the mystery. Ah, that made me so nervous. I said so many things to try to sound cool. I was certainly a little scared when I felt that girl's intense gaze on me. But having you here with me allowed me to do what needed to be done to face what turned out to be one of my biggest fans. I must thank you for always showing up at just the right time, Will. Allow me to show you my appreciation a little. I hope these help on your adventure. 50 rock Terra shards. We formed a close bond with Miss Time, and we can now shift a Pokemon's Terra type to rock. Hello, Dendra. Oh, so new kid. Have you come out here to the schoolyard for some training? Well, of course. I knew I could see a fighting spirit burning behind those eyes of yours. Why don't we do a bit of running together here to get to know each other a little better? Ready? Let's go. You ran 3 laps around the schoolyard with Miss Dendra. Phew, that really worked up a nice sweat. You've got a good pair of legs on you, new kid. A good bout of training sure does make a body hungry, doesn't it? I'll let you have one of my homemade sandwiches as my way of saying thanks for running with me today. Feed those muscles. Miss Dendra's sandwich was dry and had an odd smell. The taste left much to be desired. How was it? Hope it was tasty. Yeah. Well, to be honest. Sorry, shouldn't have asked you that. I'm athletic and all, but I don't know the first thing about making good food. As your honest reaction just reminded me. Well, see you later. Enjoy your sore muscles tomorrow. We became slightly closer with Miss Dendra. Entrance hall for Hassel now. And home ec room for Dendra. Yeah, we're not going to share a sweet herba mystica with Saharo, like, ever. Those are too rare. Too hard to come by. Oh yeah, it's Hassel we're looking for out here. He sticks out like a sore Dragonite. Or like a shiny Dragonite. Oh, hello there, young whale. I'm sorry, I was lost in thought and didn't notice your approach. I feel I must again apologize for what transpired in the schoolyard. It didn't bother me. Ah, that's very magnanimous of you. That woman who showed up is a dragon tamer and a relative of mine, I might add. You see, I come from a very long line of trainers who specialize in dragon-type Pokemon, as most dragon experts in the Pokemon universe do, Hassel. There was a child in our family who was expected to stand at its head and lead it to greatness. But the young lad, rebellious little fellow that he was, ran away from home one day. He made quite the show of it too, swearing he'd make a living with music. A lot happened since then, and now he's the art teacher and Elite Four member before you. After I so rudely took my leave during our last conversation, my dear relative encouraged me to give up teaching and return home at last. I've been told the current leader of my family, that is to say, my father, is in poor health. Oh, but I do apologize. Perhaps I'm not cut out for teaching after all. The sort of teacher grumbles on and on at his own student. You're a great teacher. Ah, my dear whale, you have no idea how much your words mean to me. Thank you. Thank you so very much. We feel trusted by Mr. Hassel. It's noted that Hassel, being the only Elite Four member who's also a faculty member here at the school, makes him both the only Elite Four member who can show up in the Academy Ace tournament and the only Elite Four member to have these sort of bonding moments with. Back in the art room for the fourth and final with Hassel. I guess Saharo's not showing up on the home ec room because maybe he's involved in Dendra's next one. Why, hello there, Whale. You always seem to appear at the most crucial of moments. The most crucial of moments? Well, you see. Master Hassel, I am here to collect you. So I see. I'm glad you finally made up your mind about taking your place as a leader of the family. Well, it is indeed true that I have made up my mind. I have made up my mind to continue teaching here at the Academy. How could you? Are you saying you don't care what happens to our proud lineage? I am saying that I have other priorities. Have a look around at the art decorating this room, would you? The children here are letting their senses, their perceptiveness, grow freely. I do not wish to say that protecting our family's ancient bloodline is of no importance. I simply wish to see young talent blossom and grow into the future. This seems so much more fun to me, if I'm being honest. What utter nonsense. And yet, your fearless, unflinching commitment to that nonsensical vision proves that you are worthy of carrying the will of the dragons, Master Hassel. I will not give up. I will come as many times as I need in order to change your mind. Oh, by all means, my door is open. I think you'll soon find you've met your match in stubbornness. You thought I could be cowed by some story spun up about my father's deteriorating health? I am not so easily fooled. I will return another day. I'm sorry you had to see all of that. I was so very close to resigning my post as a teacher and returning to my home. But the students here gave me courage to say no. That includes you, Whale. Your words truly brought me strength. I cannot think of a way I can possibly repay my debt to you young ones. Take this, if you will, insufficient as it may be, in expressing the full breadth of my gratitude. 50 Dragon Terra Shards. It's a free dragon re-terrestrialization. Now then, let's be clear to it all. I, Hassel, will continue on my chosen path as instructor to the youths of our world. We formed a close bond with Mr. Hassel. Oh, Dendra, are you learning how to cook? Oh, Sue, new kid. Fancy meeting you here in the home economics classroom. What a coincidence, huh? Likewise. So, well, you see, Miss Dendra tells me she's here for intensive training in sandwich making. Well, no use hiding it now. Oh dear, I'm terribly sorry. Were you keeping this a secret? Well, I mean, not really, but it just doesn't look very cool to openly admit I'm here for intensive training, you know? Understood. I will be more careful in the future. Well, new kid, and now that you know what I'm up to, I guess you'll just have to help me out with my training here. Try this sandwich. It's the result of my training so far. Miss Dendra's sandwich was soggy and hard to eat, and once again, the taste left much to be desired. That was my meat lover's prosciutto, prosciutto, bacon, and chorizo sandwich. How was it? It could have used some more veggies. What? You mean there was a problem with my choice of filling? I guess focusing on muscle building ingredients really did a number on the flavor, huh? Miss Dendra, I believe a simple addition of butter would have done wonders for your sandwich. Butter helps to protect the bread from getting soggy due to the moisture of the ingredients. It can also work to enhance the sandwich's flavor. Butter, that makes sense. Thank you for teaching me that tip, Mr. Saharo. But why didn't you tell me that while I was making the sandwich? Well, you see, when I saw you, I had not realized you had begun your, food prep. I thought you were simply trying to destroy my classroom. Well, anyway, new kid, thanks to you and Mr. Saharo here, I may finally be getting the hang of this. Thanks for your advice. You became even closer with Miss Dendra. Where do we want to go now? Of course, she's in the nurse's office, always getting a little bumped and bruised there. Hey, hey, we have an appearance from Best Girl. No way, no way, no way! Come on, Miriam, just try it. Miss Dendra. Oh, great timing, new kid. Nurse Miriam here won't try the sandwich I made. Well, duh, I don't want to get a stomach ache. You won't, probably. I still remember that sandwich you made me with the meat filling and meat for bread. Ah, I see you are cultured in the art of the KFC Double Down, Dendra. That one really messed me up bad. I hadn't trained in the art of sandwich making yet back then. I was young and thoughtless, it was last month. So, as you can see, I'm not getting anywhere trying to persuade her. Even after I went through that intensive sandwich making training, kind of makes me sad. She went through intensive sandwich making training. She worked really hard at it. I guess I have no choice. If you've got one of our cute little students on your side. Miriam, you shouldn't have. So fine, I'll try your sandwich. Let's see it. Yes, I knew you'd come around. Here it is. Miriam, as the poison type expert at the academy, you should be more than willing to try something poisonous. It's a little strongly flavored, but I guess it's not bad. Woohoo! My training paid off! I'm so glad my sandwich pleases the great Nurse Miriam. I look up to you, you know. We feel trusted by Miss Dendra. Thank you for trying it, and thanks to you too, new kid. And she's run off again. That was weird. But that's just how Miss Dendra is, I guess. She's always coming into the nurse's office with some injury or another, too. Where do we want to go? Ah, she's in the school store now for her fourth and final. Yeah, Saharo, you're not getting your Herba Mystica, buddy. I'm just gonna leave your exclamation mark unresolved. Oh, so new kid, you here to do a little shopping? Yep, I'm here to shop. The school store is a nice place. They got everything you need right here. I'm here to check out the sandwiches they got for sale. The school store sandwiches taste great and have excellent nutritional balance too. You're not making your own. What happened to your intensive training? I guess I'm not used to it yet. All that training kinda wore me out. I achieved my goal anyway, so I'm gonna take a break from sandwich making for a bit. Oh right, I didn't tell you what my goal was. I wanted to pay Nurse Miriam back for everything she does for me. It was my way of saying thanks. She's so nice and skilled at what she does, I really look up to her. I wanted to try sandwich making so I could be skilled at doing something for other people. Like she is, but I guess I just wasn't cut out for it. What I am cut out for, though, is being full energy, so I decided to focus on that instead. Like I said in class, I think people in Pokemon should make their strong points stronger. You really helped me out, new kid. Take this as my way of saying thanks. 10 bottles of protein, 100 attack EVs. Alright then, what should I go with today to get my protein in? I formed a close bond with Miss Dendra. There you are, Whale. I had a feeling you'd turn up if I hung out here for a while. And lo and behold, I was right. Lo and behold, what are you, 500 years old? Well, now that I've found you, we should swing by my room and have a chat. Is chat the code word for it these days, Nimona? Ta-ta-ta-chan! Welcome to the Zona Nimona. It's very you. Ah, wait a sec. I know we've been to your room before. But have I never had you over here? Wild. Yeah, I just don't go wildly invading people's personal space, Nimona. Anyway, listen, Whale, you know how I really like Pokemon battles, like really, really like them? Yeah, you sure do. I may have noticed. Cool, and yeah, you know how when you really like something, you dive in deep? That's what I did with Pokemon battles, and it just kind of became a champion. But then I found out that's pretty special, that normally it's not so simple for most people. People would tell me to my face that I'd only managed it because I have some innate gift, or because I was raised differently or whatever. And suddenly I started to feel like there was this invisible wall between me and everyone else. So I started going easy when I'd battle my friends. I just wanted everyone to have fun. Oh, but don't worry, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm going 100% all out. Especially since I'm lucky enough to have an opponent who can beat me even when I'm in full hardcore mode. So just promise me one thing, okay, Whale? Promise you'll always stay my equal, you and me, true rivals. That's what friends are for. You're the best, Whale. Thank you. Oof, that got pretty personal. Little bit embarrassed over here. Anyway, since we're equals, I gotta start having you over as much as we hang out in your room. Feel free to burst into the Zona Nemona whenever you want. I will not Nemona, because I have something called manners. And get ready for the Academy Ace tournament, because I'm going to stomp you this time. Yeah, Nemona does have a chance of showing up as an opponent in the final round, but it appears that she and Geeta are the two rarest, with the most common one being Hassel, and then Clavel as well being the four I've had encountered in the final round. Nemona's Pokemon also seem to be the highest level out of the four. Nowhere yet. We want to find... There she is. Oh, hey, Whale. Welcome to my classroom. All the students here are in the STEM track, just like me. So, there's something I want to talk to you about. But not here. Let's go somewhere we can talk in private. The exact opposite of, Nemona's room. But a pretty sweet setup she has there. This is my room. Make yourself at home. It's nice and cozy in here. I know, right? Being surrounded by my VVs and figurines is my kind of heaven. Anyway, you must be wondering why I brought you here. It's about my Team Star friends. They really mean the world to me. I love them all so much that I got scared they weren't gonna fit in okay or be happy at school. That's why I've been sort of spying on them since they came back. But it turns out I didn't need to worry. They're already having a great time. And now I feel bad that I didn't have it in me to believe in them in the first place. They've all grown up so much, but I haven't changed since Operation Starfall. I'm still scheming up ways to fix things by myself instead of having a little faith. It's only natural you'd worry. You really think so? That's a normal thing for friends to do? Huh. I feel better after talking it out with you, Whale. Thanks. And, I want you to know you're a really important friend to me, too. That goes for Nemona as well, and even Arvin and Koraidon. You know, I don't normally like having people in my room. But you're an exception. Stop by for a chat or whatever anytime. Till our next confab, then, hasta la vista. Nemona's dorm room and Penny's dorm room are now new. Arvin. Are we gonna unlock Arvin's dorm room here now? I was focusing so hard I didn't even notice you, bud. Heh. I know. Pretty rare to see me actually studying, right? But I'm at a pretty good stopping point. How about a break? I could use a change of scenery. Yep, Arvin's room. All the food stuff everywhere. Hey, Mobastiff. What do you think? Welcome to Chez Arvin. Well, Chez Arvin and Mobastiff, really. It really screams Arvin. Yeah, I know, right? Wait, what screams Arvin to you? Anyway, about the reason you saw me studying in the classroom like that. It was a slip-up. It won't happen again. I promise I'm the cool kid. I promise I'm not a nerd. I went back and read the pages about the Herba Mystica in the Scarlet book again. It made me remember how things were back when Mobastiff was all weak and everything. I couldn't seem to do anything to help him, and boy, it sure didn't feel good. Of course, I'm really glad that I was able to find all the Herba Mystica together with you. But there's gotta be other people who are still suffering the same way I was back then, worrying about their Pokemon that are sick or hurt. So don't laugh, okay? I've decided that I'm gonna become a cook. I'm gonna make super healthy food, bursting full of the stuff Pokemon need to feel great. I'll be behind you all the way. Yeah, and thanks. I knew I could count on you to be all supportive like that. The culinary world might be a bit different, but I swear I'm gonna be just as famous as my mom. So I guess I can close the book on my little hunt to find myself. It's time to start a new chapter. One that's all about working toward my new dream. And hey, feel free to stop by my room anytime. Mobstiff will always be glad to see you. And there's even a photo of him when he was just a cute little puppy. We want to go to the entrance hall. And we want to end the episode here. I do thank you all for watching WhalePod. This was not what I expected it was gonna be. It took us a lot longer than I was hoping in order to get through as many of those red exclamation points as possible. So we will briefly show off what we will be doing next time. We will be taking history lessons. How exciting, I know. But until then, do make sure to smack the like and subscribe buttons if you have not done so already, with a super effective left click. And do remember, comments are always welcome down below. Now, with all that said and done, I hope you all are having fantastic days, WhalePod. Make sure to stay cool, stay classy, and most importantly, stay healthy. But until next time, this is Captain Whale, signing off.